Hi everyone, my name is Chandan, but my nickname is Prince. I'm a new grad student in the Department of Microbiology. Growing up, I wanted to be a politician and change the world, but I did not know how to tackle poverty and social injustices all around the world. I am from Nepal, which is a third world country where it is common to see people, including young kids, beg on the streets, lower class people being treated as inferiors and untouchables, and parents struggling to provide 2 meals a day. I've been very fortunate to have loving parents who worked very hard to provide everything my sister and I needed. In Nepal, I also grew up in a Hindu family. It was tough for me to believe in the idea of God when there was so much suffering in this world. I always felt like even if there is a God, then I hate him. I thought I thought that since religion has caused so much divide and war in our world, that being a part of any religion never sounded like a good idea. When I came to the US for my undergrad, I joined a fraternity, and they were my only friends here. I genuinely used to think that most Americans just cared about sex, and being physically attractive was the most important feature about people. Loved being in frat for a very long time until I felt my first real hurt when a girl did not reciprocate my feelings. It is a very common thing to happen with many people. I could not process the hurt and the idea that even though I was the nicest guy in the fraternity, I was not enough. I felt very lonely for a long time, and talking about my emotions with my frat friends was just not possible. They moved on from one girl to another, and I was still not okay months after being rejected. I distanced myself from everyone for months, and I thought that if I don't love someone, then I won't be hurt. I knew that I would fall in love with people fast and make other issues my own, which could potentially break my heart, and I didn't want to live a life full of hurt. My world had changed because I always saw myself as someone who loved people, and I didn't want to do that anymore. My hurt also made me ask questions like, do other people hurt the same way? How could people survive with such broken hearts? How can I ever be happy with the fact that people are hurting and I can't do anything about it? My entire life, I thought I knew what hurt was from living in Nepal, but truly I didn't. I was so desperate and felt so weak for over 2 years in college. I thought that we as people might be able to fix poverty and social issues, but I realized there is a far greater problem we have, and that is our own heart. I needed comfort. So I started studying about philosophy and religion, which ultimately led me to the feet of Jesus Christ. The resurrection of Jesus is historically reliable, and I could not deny it. I was able to see the broken world that needed a savior. I was able to understand sin, and the problem with the world was not something else, but it was with me and my own sin. When I was trying to find myself, I found God, and now my identity solely lies in my Savior, my Jesus Christ. After finding Jesus, I realized that He had been pursuing me throughout my life. As a kid, I used to envy other kids going to good schools in nice uniforms, and I always prayed to a Hindu God that I wanted to go to a good school. Now I'm studying at one of the best schools in the US. As a kid, I used to pray about how we can make a world full of love and kindness rather than wars and hatred, but God has already got me covered when He had told us about His second coming, when every heart will be full of joy and no more mourning. As a kid, I used to make fun of my best friends who were Christians by saying, Jesus power, super power. And the girl who didn't reciprocate my feelings and led me to ask serious questions about life was also a Christian. God placed so many people in my life who helped bring me to Jesus. Now I realize that there are many prayers I have prayed as a kid, and God has faithfully provided when it is good for me and answer my prayers. God gave me the strength to love people and not worry about being reciprocated. Here's what I want to say at the end. God is there when we are happy and when our heart is full of hurt and pain. I found enormous comfort that in Jesus I can hope that every heart will heal and every soul will find joy. My Jesus never fails, and He will never fail you. That is the slice of my life. Thank you.